Hey, this is Sky, and I am bringing you the newest addition to structured PvP maps, and that is this, the Raid on Capricorn. It's a not water-based map, but there's a large water base. You'll notice the middle is a large lake, bay, ocean kind of deal going on there, and I just thought I'd show you some footage of it. I'm running a standard Mesmer build. It's more or less what I showed off in my Mesmer guide, so there's not too much to talk about there. You've seen it before. But I really just wanted to show off this beautiful new map. You can see there's a cannon there. Now, the cannon is actually fueled by cannonballs, which can only be found on the shipwreck in the middle of the map. And that is also, consequentially, a hotspot for duels, because it's an enclosed area. Well, if you go inside, there's the deck, and then there's, like, the inner thing. Man, I don't know boats. And so that's kind of like a big hub for action. That's where, like, the party rocks. And the points are very split up, almost in, like, a triangle shape. You'll see there's one on the left, one on the right, and then there's one in the middle, which is the one that controls underwater, which is full of sharks, as you might imagine. And they're wonderful, wonderful animals. You know, they're just good people. It's fun. You'll see a little bit more of them later. For now, I'll just, do some good old PvP commentary. And this is just basic point control. I have all my little clone me's hanging out, causing some mayhem, slinging some auto attacks, not actually making people think they're me. It's good. It's good. Not to whine, but I do think I wish the clone AI was a bit more advanced. Even if they cast other spells but didn't do damage, just had the animations of it, it'd be a little bit smoother. If they just mirrored what you did, that would be fine by me. Because honestly, especially with the call target bug out, where you can call the real Mesmer, and no matter how many times they make other little Mesmers, you can still see the main one. Especially with that, more or less invalidates clone play, which is what I enjoy most about the Mesmer, but, whatever. ArenaNet knows better than I do, theoretically. So here's the water, the big part of this map. Notice it's full of laser sharks. Yes, I know, they're not firing lasers, but I'll be damned if they don't look like they're made out of lasers. They look like Mesmer clone sharks. Currently, we control that point in the water, which means that the sharks are not hostile to me. However, when the sharks are hostile to you, your life becomes a living watery hell, because there are tons of those sharks, and they will all aggro you, and they will destroy you. Never mind trying to take the point from the enemy team while fighting sharks, because that's just a whole bundle of not fun. When you control it, it's awesome. It's very difficult to take the point back or lose the point once you've gained it, unless they send the entire team. Because, again, lots of sharks, lots of frickin' laser sharks, and they will ruin you. So, just keep that in mind. It's a very nice looking map. Got the little tropical thing going on. Looks like it takes place around Lion's Arch, would be my guess. It's got the boats, it's got the beachy shield going on. And, just not much happening here. Nice vacation, good place to get my ass beat by a thief, but it's all good, because my big burly Norn friend gonna come up from the depths and give him the flag. Yeah, right in the mouth. Can't dodge that, can you, asshole? So, the main style of play on this map is very standard. Run around, cap points, blah blah. There's a lot of vantage points, a lot of height differences. See that pedestal right on my left? You can get on top of that. If you're ranged, specifically a ranger or a caster class that doesn't get line of sighted very easily, you can do big things from up there. So don't ever neglect to utilize height differences if you can. Also, don't ever neglect to throw Chaos Storms in the middle of Shadow Refuge, because that's always a good time. Now, the cannon doesn't get utilized very often. I don't utilize it in this video, I'm sorry, rest assured it is awesome. It's a very powerful tool akin to the trebuchets in Battle of Kyolo, but of course, more geared towards killing people like they are in World v. World, as opposed to blowing up the clock tower over and over and over again. Because let's face it, nobody else uses that trebuchet for anything else other than shooting the clock tower forever. And in this, you have a bit more options. You can use it to kill players, you can use it to fire on the shipwreck in the middle of the map, where people sometimes fight. Of course, if they're below deck, then you just can't do anything, so enjoy your cannon, I guess. What you really want to do is split. I'd say have 2 run for the underwater point, have 2 run for the dock point, and then have 1 person go and cap the remaining point. Presumably someone with survivability, good point control, like a Guardian or a Hammer Warrior. Because you need to get that underwater point. Like I said, once you get that underwater point, pretty much the deal is sealed. Like, you will mess everyone up with your sharks for days. And you want to do that. You want to mess up people with sharks for days. Believe me, you do. I'm telling you, you want to. This is the boat, the much esteemed pirate ship in the middle of the map. That's me rolling into a wall and then proceeding to run into it multiple times. On my right, you just saw the cannonballs and a cannonball there for some reason. That's what you use to power the cannon. Surprise, surprise. The reason I'm here is I heard people fighting in the boat, which I'm terrible at navigating, by the way, because, man, look at how cramped it is. It's a boat. I don't know. I didn't sign up for this shit. And it's a very cool area, though, for fights. I've had a few very intense fights here. You might see in some of my other videos. It's very cool stuff. I mean, you're fighting in a boat. It's pretty boss. You don't get to do that every day, unless you run, like, a fight club on a yacht or something, in which case, you're Godspeed. But, so, I guess to round it all up, I'm very glad that they put this map into the structured PvP rotation. I really like that there's the water element. Remember to sigil your underwater weapons, because I totally forgot to do that, because I actually didn't know this map was in the rotation until it just popped up for this game. So keep that in mind, because there is actually now a point to having underwater weapons in structured PvP. You want to get that stuff ready so you have an advantage over those other people who are like, the water, sharks, and you want to kick their asses by abusing their own ignorance. Believe me, it's glorious. So, yep, I hope you all find this map. Hope you all stick it out, you know, through all those really terrible games that you're bound to have, because at the end of them is this map, and it's pretty great. And I suggest that you learn it very well, because this seems to me, you know, personal opinion, don't jump down my throat about it, seems to be a bit of a higher skill cap map than some of the other ones. And I like that. I think that's neat, because there's just a lot more to do here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll be putting out more in the future, of course. So stick with me, and thank you.